Joining us on this segment is Ceesun Andrews. She's Vice President of Infrastructure and Design at Frontline Source Group and handles all the internal hiring at the company. She joined them in 2006 and has launched several new offices for the Frontline Source Group. At the core, she's a real people person. Ceesun, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
So we've covered a lot of ground in previous segments talking about Frontline. When you're talking about discovering great talent, and this may be industry specific rather, what's the most effective path you find for discovering great talent within a certain sector that you're working?
Sure. So it applies, I think, not only for me internally, but for all of our recruiters that are recruiting for our clients. It is networking. Networking and referrals. I have always said great people know great people.
Right.
And so once you find a great person, ask them who they know. They always know someone who is looking. And also networking. You know, you might contact someone or reach out to them and they might not be interested, but people are always willing to help and share great names because, of course, it reflects great on them. So networking and referrals are the key to great people.
All right, beautiful. Thanks for that. I want to talk about the challenges that you perceive your clients to have when it comes to this whole recruitment, interview, and selection process. And, you know, a little bit about, we've talked about education and how so much of what you do is education. How you guide them, how you work them through the process of recruitment, interview, and selection. Talk to us about how you guide your clients. First, the challenges, I suppose.
Yeah, there's a lot of challenges. As the market continues to turn into more of a candidates market, it is educating clients so that they understand the candidates are starting to get the upper hand again. You know, we've come out of this recession where it was the opposite, and it is changing, and it's changing quickly. Also, pay. You've got to pay people what they're worth, and competitively if you want them to jump ship from where they are and make a change. So we are very big on sending over salary surveys and information. Again, it goes back to us being the expert and educating our clients and providing that takeaway. You know, that's why you're paying us. That's why we're here. So being the expert and really making sure they understand what the market's like, the market conditions.
Aside from market conditions, are there other things about, let's say, the process of interviewing, for example, where they're not looking at the right things on resumes, or they may be asking the wrong questions? Are there any things that you can point to, aspects or challenges that they have around these themes?
You know, it depends. If you get someone who is not a seasoned interviewer, someone who maybe only interviews 2 or 3 times a year, yes, we are having to guide, because you look at paper, it could be much different than in person or on the phone. So really digging in, advising on some questions if they need that, really pinpointing the skills that are necessary and needed for these positions when we send the resume over. Because you can glance at a resume, but you might miss some huge points. If they said they were a top salesperson, we're going to include bullet points as to how were they a top salesperson? What were their goals? Did they hit those goals? What were the numbers?
Right.
That's where we dig in and find out that information. But really, you're right. Educating, guiding is a big deal. And they just are not quite sure if they don't do this on a daily basis like we do.
Right. Got it. Thanks for that. We talked a little bit in a previous segment, but I'd like to hit it again here about the use of video interviews and technologies. How is that effective in your overall process? And are there times where it's not the best way to go? You know, just give us sort of your perspective on the use of video or technology, perhaps to build some efficiencies into what you're doing.
Efficiency is key. You hit it. It is an efficient tool that we use for people that maybe a corporate office is out of state and they want to interview them before they actually send them in to meet with a team. It's a great tool because it's a good weed out tool if it's not the right fit. You can get a lot from a video interview. We still highly encourage a face-to-face, but a video is a good first step for efficiency. But getting someone in front of people, in front of a team, seeing their body language, how they interact is crucial as well. But for time's sake, video interviews have been an amazing tool for our company and for our clients.
Very good. Thank you. Ceesun Andrews is her name. She's been with Frontline since 2006, in charge of infrastructure and design at the company. Ceesun, thanks so much for joining us as always.
Thank you.